The role of the humor master is to start the meeting with a little levity, as Erica mentioned, but it's also to give us practice as Toastmasters, as speakers, to introduce some humor into our speaking. Humor can be a powerful tool. This also gives us a chance to practice what happens when a joke falls a little flat. Like that one, apparently. Well, welcome to the Collider. This is where I do my fascinating work on databases. But I didn't always have this sexy job. No, I'm a recovering accountant. I've been on the wagon for almost 20 years now, but today I decided to dust off my accountant uniform and introduce you to accountant humor. See, accountants aren't really boring people. They just get excited about boring things. One guy I used to work with made a special mark on every dollar bill he ever got, so he would recognize it if it ever came back to him in circulation. Another guy would only turn his headlights on in his car at the time of official sunset. Never earlier, never later, and he knew it every day. And another guy made sure he served exactly the serving size of every food that was marked on the package. His wife lamented, "I never get more than 7 tater tots." Really, accounting isn't that hard. I had a friend that was going to write a book, Accounting for Dummies. I said, "What's hard about that?" "Credit cash, debit dummies." So in order to help you better understand accountants, I have a few questions. What's an extroverted accountant? One who looks at your shoes when he's talking to you. What's the difference between an accountant and a lawyer? The accountant knows he's boring. How was copper wire invented? 2 accountants fighting over a penny. What do you call an accountant who's seen talking to someone? Popular. How many accountants does it take to change a light bulb? How much money do you have? How does Santa's accountant value his sleigh? Net present value. Why did the accountant cross the road? Because he did it last year. Why did he go back? So he could deduct some travel expenses. Did you hear about the 2 married accountants that were going to get a divorce? They reconciled. What's the preferred birth control method for accountants? Personality. Now, on a related note, some people think that accountants aren't romantic, but let me tell you, in the early days of our marriage, when my wife couldn't sleep, she'd roll over, wrap her arms around me, and whisper in my ear, "Tell me about your work." But I did finally have to leave the accounting profession. But it wasn't from incompetence, it wasn't from dishonesty. No, dress code violation. Madam Toastmaster.